Welcome back, everybody. Joining us from Washington with a look at Axios AM, the co-founder of Axios, Mike Allen. Mike, good morning to you. Talk to us about Axios' one big thing today.
Oh, Yasmin, it's a sobering day for journalists in this area. You've had such great coverage from Annapolis, that sad situation of those journalists persevering and getting out their paper. We have coverage of that right up top in Axios. But our one big thing is President Trump's private threat that could upend global trade.
I know that your colleague, Jonathan Swan, is reporting that during the contentious G7 summit in Canada, Trump told the collective leaders, quote, NATO is as bad as NAFTA, a trade deal he considers a catastrophe, to say the least. How does this play into fears that allies have for Trump's July summit with Russia's Putin?
Well, Yasmin, you put your finger on it, that they're worried about the fact that we're going to have a rerun of what we heard in Canada. And here's another reason for that. So behind the scenes, again and again, President Trump has threatened to get out of the World Trade Organization. Now, the WTO adjudicates international disputes. And the funny thing about this is the president is convinced that we get screwed there. He said it again and again. During the campaign, he said to Chuck Todd on Meet the Press that the World Trade Organization was a disaster, very Trumpian then. But you look at the data, the United States does very well at the World Trade Organization. We've won 85% of our recent cases compared to 2/3 for China. So the reason this is so illuminating is it shows behind the scenes how advisors manage Trump. They don't think he'll do this, and so they put it off. They try to explain it to him. But when that happens, in the end, he may just announce it. That's what he did with the Space Council. So insiders are saying to us, he said this enough times, they think the White House should take this seriously, put a policy process in place, and deal with it, not just pray that someday he's not going to tweet that we're getting out of the WTO.
What would be some of the major consequences that we would see if the president were to decide to pull out of the WTO?
So this is an organization that his advisors believe ultimately help us because of that good record with disputes, and it would throw international trade into chaos. It would be like taking the referee off the field of the World Cup, which sometimes people would like to do, but it definitely causes trouble. And that's why this hasn't gotten out, even though this isn't an offhanded remark the president made. We're told that he has actually said this again and again in private settings. Jonathan Swan, who got this tip, then when he called around to a couple other people, they said, yeah, I've heard the president say that.
So do you think we can predict that it would actually happen, or are we kind of in uncharted waters here? We have to wait and see if he just pulls the trigger on this. Well,
so you're teeing me up here. There's a great quote in this story on Axios. Well-known trade lawyer here in D.C. says of the president, he said, we think he's nuts, not that nuts. So people inside, outside saying that it won't happen, but they're not sure.
You can never be too sure with this administration, that's for sure. Let's turn now to the upcoming midterm elections. A lot of eyes on that, just a few months away at this point. Axios reporting that Democrats are finally starting to get serious about the midterms and about the data that they're seeing. Talking about what you've read. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. So Alexia McCammond of Axios went to a DNC data boot camp where they were educating campaigns about how you help target voters. Like the new thing, like the big thing, the midterm campaigns and 2020 campaigns are going to focus on is reaching individual voters, like targeting us, so not just demographics, but particular people. Another fascinating midterm story that's out there today, this is on the front page of USA Today, how women candidates are changing the dialogue. In campaign ads, we're already seeing this, that crush of women candidates that we've talked about here on MSNBC. They also are in ads are breaking taboos. So we're seeing ads talking about breastfeeding. We're talking about ads talking about abuse and harassment. And so women candidates are, besides just the demographic change and the new perspective that they bring to the debate, like their ads are already changing the look and feel of these big campaigns.
So it seems as if women candidates really wanting to hone in on the female vote to get voter turnout there.
That's right. And Democrats know that the pockets that are rising for them, minorities and women. And so watch the TV ads. You'll see that that's where Democratic TV ads are going.
What about Republicans? Do they have a plan to focus on female voters?
So they need to do more of that. They certainly are moving away from the tax cut. The tax cut was not the ultimate answer that they expected it would be. So we're going to hear, I think, more about national security as the president making big claims after North Korea and, of course, a strong economy. So a president with peace and prosperity at the moment. Republicans down the ticket are going to hope that they can get a little bit of that halo in a tough cycle where they know they're behind.
All right, Mike Allen for us. Thanks so much, Mike. We're going to be reading. Go ahead. What were you going to say?
Happy Getaway Day and holiday weekend.
Thanks, you too as well. We're going to be reading Axios AM in just a little bit. And to all our viewers out there, you too can sign up for the newsletter. Signup.axios.com.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.